everyone, I'm back again today with another process video for you, and I'm excited about today's because I've been scrapbooking older product for quite a while now, and today I'm digging into some new stuff, newer for me anyway. I'm going to start by showing you what I'm going to be scrapbooking, these adorable photos of my daughter kissing her daddy through the window, a label, I have my stapler ready. These are some products I might use that I just have handy. Stampin' Up! Heart Punch. I've already put down some Heidi Swapp texture paste. The color is teal metallic. And then I have a bunch of things over to the right hand side. This collection is called Memorandum and it's by Pink Paisley. And I pulled it for these photos because my daughter has a purple shirt on. And as we all know, there is not much available with purple in it. But this collection does have some purple in it along with other amazing colors. I just love the color combination in this collection. So I am going to use a lighter shade of purple. The purple shirt she has on is a darker purple. So I'm using a lighter shade, but it still works really well with the color of her shirt. So I'm going to start by putting a corner down in this bottom left-hand corner. I've inked the edges of pretty much everything, and that label that's down there that I stamped the date on is from one of the papers. There's one paper that is just all labels, like probably 50 labels on the page, and I cut it all apart. So this background paper that I'm using already had a strip down at the bottom, so I just cut a little bit off the top and I'm putting it at the top so they match because the other side of this paper is that pattern. So because I left the already printed manufacturer strip down at the bottom, then I was able to take that same amount off of the top, flip it over, and put it on my page. And then I love this floral paper, so I'm putting a strip of it up there as well. Back down to that bottom left-hand corner, I punched 2 hearts with my Stampin' Up! Punch and stapled them to the corner before I glued it to the page so you don't see the back of the staples. And now I'm just going to do some layering. And again, I inked the edges of those pieces as well. So the top one has some little white plus signs, and the bottom one is just a really pretty purple with a white design on it. And the texture paste by Heidi Swapp just matched the teal colors in this collection really well. And I love this collection because it's in this layout turns out like my style. Just, I feel like I have a style and I know other people have a style, but you can't always use it. I feel like when I'm scrapbooking pictures of my son, the pages need to look boy. And so this page I was just really able to get into my element. That round doily, I needed a doily for another page, and it was too big, so I just cut the center out of the doily. And when I did, I thought, oh, that's kind of different and kind of cool, just having the outer part of it. So I've held on to it, and it's been sitting on my desk for quite a while. So I just laid it there to see if it would work, and I really liked it. So it's going to end up staying there. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to stick it down because it's so delicate. And then I decided to just let it lay there, and I'm going to stick my other pieces to the top of it, which will end up holding it down. So I don't really even need to adhere it down because what I'm layering on top will hold it down. So I just cut a piece of that floral paper again into a corner, and I'm going to layer it behind the photo that I'm going to put on the left. I have other pictures of the same day, so she's wearing the same shirt. So I am going to do another side to go next to this one using the same products again. So that'll be my next process video. But they're of her and her aunt. So even though the pictures are different, it's the same day, and I'm going to use the same products. And these were just so sweet. The photo on the right is a little bit blurry. but I didn't care. I'm using it anyway, and I would like to encourage you, if you have photos that are just special or speak to you or you love them, it doesn't matter if the quality is 100%. Just if you don't have any other ones, just use them. Um, so anyway, she's giving him kisses through the window. He just got home from work and she heard him coming, so she ran to the window, which was wide open and didn't have a screen on it yet. So he leaned in and was playing with her and giving her kisses. This XO is another one of the papers in this collection with little black polka dots on it. And I just traced and cut it out. I have big chipboard letters and I don't actually use them. I use them to trace out of papers, pattern papers, and then I cut them out. So I use them as patterns. So I traced and cut these out. And I'm going to put them over to the left on top of the texture paste. And I'm going to pop them up on foam tape so they have a little bit of dimension to them. That You and Me up there is going to get put to the left of the photos on that extra piece of the teal with the white plus signs on it. That's why I left that little piece of it there, because it's a clear transparency, so the only thing that you see when I stick it down is the black. And that is also from the memorandum collection. It's the I'm looking at it, but I'm trying to figure out, they don't really have a name on it. It comes with, well, they call it stickers, but you get 3 sheets. They're all clear, but one has gold, one has black, and one has white. And there are different things on each sheet. I'm wondering now as I'm watching myself put this X down if it's upside down, but oh well, I guess it probably doesn't matter too much. Yeah, so you'll see when I stick this down what I mean. It's clear, shiny, like acetate, so really all you see is the black. And I just thought it was perfect because it says, You and Me right now. So I do like that doily. It just peeks out a little bit at the top and the bottom of the pictures. Just adds a really pretty little layer and some texture. And doilies, I would put a doily on every page if I could, but like I said, they don't always fit with the theme and the pictures that you're using. I'm going to try really hard to get some of these Pink Fresh wood veneer pieces down. I'm having a hard time using those for some reason, but I'll keep trying. I do love them, but I just decided that I don't want any wood on this layout. So one of the papers also has, it's all banners, these banners on the back, and so I cut them out. This is a great collection for if you like to cut your papers up and use the elements that are printed on the paper to embellish your page. So I did it with the one page that's all labels. I did it with this page that's all these banners. There's another page that I'm working on cutting out, and you'll see on the next process video that I use it's little clipboards with different things on each part of the clipboard. So you'll see that on my next process video. I love fussy cutting, so whenever I get new papers or when I'm buying papers, I always keep that in mind. If I don't necessarily think I'll use the paper as a whole sheet, I always look at what's printed on it, and if I think I can cut it up and use it that way, I do. So here I'm showing you that on a piece of vellum, I traced the word Daddies because it's going to be part of my title. And what I'm going to do is use it as a pattern, and I am going to poke holes and stitch that word on there. I'm going to do it off camera because it takes a while. So you'll see it in the still shot at the end, but my title is going to be Daddy's Girl, so this word Daddy's will get stitched on. So I am going to go off camera and do some final touches. I added some little purple candy dots by Stampin' Up. I added one there in the middle and up at the top on the heart in my title. I took 2 rotary stamps and stamped some little sayings. That one says, Enjoy the little things, and the one up there in the middle says, So very sweet. And then up under the word girl in my title says, "Hello there." My little bit of journaling says, "When she heard her daddy get home, she greeted him at the window with kisses." I stitched up there at the top, I stitched the 3 little banner triangles, and I stitched the corner down in the bottom left. And here come some still shots for you. I hope you enjoyed this process video. It was a lot of fun to make. I love the collection, I love the colors, and I hope you'll check back for the next video, which will be the other side to this one. Have a great day, and thanks for sharing part of your day with me today.